If you ask anyone who was in Las Vegas before 2010 what their favorite part of the Strip was, you will hear the same answer over and over again: the pirate show at Treasure Island. People on Reddit still talk about it like it was a core childhood memory. One guy wrote, "Parents would take us to Vegas just for that show. We did not even go inside the casino." Another said, "It felt like the fireworks were going to blow the whole Strip up. It was insane in the best way." There are thousands of comments just like those. People still asking, why did they ever get rid of this? So today we are going to talk about how Treasure Island went from one of the most exciting themed casinos in Las Vegas to a resort that does not even match its own name. Because the real story of Treasure Island is not just about a pirate ship being shut down. It is about Las Vegas losing the kind of magic that made millions of people fall in love with this city in the first place. If you never saw the original pirate battle at Treasure Island, it is hard to understand just how much that one show meant to the Las Vegas Strip. It was not just a free attraction. It was the heartbeat of a themed casino that once embraced everything fun, ridiculous, and theatrical about old school Las Vegas. Every night, crowds packed the sidewalks as a full-scale pirate ship fired cannons, sailors swung from the rigging on ropes, and stunt performers leaped into the water during a chaotic naval battle. The explosions, the fireballs, the music, it was pure Las Vegas spectacle, a fantasy you could stumble into simply by walking down the street. But that world is gone now, because Treasure Island quietly killed the pirate theme that made it famous, and in the process, removed the one thing that gave the property a real identity. Treasure Island opened in 1993 as a wild spin-off of the Mirage. It leaned hard into the swashbuckling theme, pirate skulls over the entrances, nautical interiors, cannon sounds on the casino speakers, even bartenders who dressed like buccaneers. Families loved it. Kids dragged their parents into the casino just so they could get a closer look at the pirate ship. Treasure Island was not built for whales or high-limit gamblers. It was built for regular people who wanted to feel like they were living inside a story. Then everything started changing around 2003. Treasure Island scrapped its original family-friendly pirate show and replaced it with a new production called Sirens of TI. The ship was still there, the explosions were still there, but suddenly it was not about pirates anymore. It became a flirtier, more adult show with dancers performing to pop music and a plot line that nobody cared about. Executives at the time believed they needed to get rid of the kiddie stuff and compete for nightlife crowds instead. And with that decision, the resort's identity began slipping away. Then, in 2009, Treasure Island was sold to billionaire Phil Ruffin, the same guy who owns Circus Circus today. And Ruffin's strategy was clear: strip out the expensive theming, cut costs, and make Treasure Island a budget casino with just enough glitz to survive. The skulls were removed, the signage was toned down, and eventually the Sirens show itself was shut down completely in 2013. The pirate ship still sits in the lagoon out front, but it is nothing more than a prop. A photo backdrop for tourists who do not realize the battle scenes that once made it legendary are never coming back. The lagoon is quiet, the music is gone, the cannons do not fire anymore, and yet the ship remains, almost like a memorial to a Las Vegas that no longer exists. Treasure Island did not just lose a show, it lost the one thing that separated it from every other glass box resort around it. Without the pirates, Treasure Island is just another generic casino with a name that does not fit anymore. You walk inside and most of the theming has been stripped away. Gone are the nautical corridors and pirate-inspired interiors. In their place are ordinary slot machines, a standard sports book, and a casino floor with the same beige and brown color scheme that corporate designers seem to love. There is nothing wrong with Treasure Island for what it is now, a cheaper, more casual stop with lower limit tables and discounted rooms. But that was not what it was built to be. The transformation from themed immersion to budget practicality is exactly what has hollowed out so many Las Vegas resorts. What hurts the most is that the original pirate show did not just bring entertainment, it brought energy. That nightly explosion of fire and music pulled people into the casino afterward. Crowds gathered, bars filled up, restaurants boomed, and the fun continued inside. The show was not an expense, it was advertising that you could watch with your own eyes. It was a marketing engine that made Treasure Island matter. Without it, Treasure Island has to rely on something far less exciting: cheap deals and discounted gaming. Tourists do not go there because they want to. They go there because it is affordable, a place to crash or gamble when the prices at the newer mega resorts get too ridiculous. And that leads to the biggest question: did Treasure Island give up too much just to cut costs? It was part of a very real shift on the Strip where theme was replaced by sleek design, where character was swapped for corporate minimalism. Las Vegas used to transport you. It took you to ancient Rome at Caesars, to Egypt at Luxor, to Paris, to New York, to Venice. Treasure Island transported you to a pirate adventure every night at 8 and 10 in the evening. Today, themed escapism has been replaced by modern sameness. White marble, luxury branding, and upscale lounges that look identical from casino to casino. When Treasure Island removed its pirate identity, it did not become something better. It became something more forgettable. The irony is that Las Vegas is now trying to bring theme back. Resorts like New York, New York, and Excalibur, once mocked for being too cheesy, are now celebrated by tourists who miss that Disney-style charm. Places like the LINQ Promenade are thriving simply because they are fun and do not take themselves too seriously. Meanwhile, Treasure Island, the casino that once had one of the biggest free shows in the world, now sits halfway between nostalgia and denial, unwilling to invest in a theme but unwilling to fully erase it either. Ask anyone who visited Las Vegas before 2013 and they will tell you the pirate show was a core memory, something that made you feel like Las Vegas was alive, loud, exciting, and a little bit crazy. Today, Treasure Island tries to survive by blending into the background, but Las Vegas is not supposed to blend in, it is supposed to stand out. Treasure Island did not fail because people stopped liking pirates. It failed because corporate Las Vegas forgot that fun is the product. People do not fly to Las Vegas to stare at another luxury brand storefront. They come for the escapism. They come to believe even for one night that anything can happen, including a pirate battle erupting out of nowhere on the Strip. That is the tragedy of Treasure Island. Not that the show is gone, but that the soul that created it was abandoned. And until Las Vegas remembers how important joy and spectacle really are, Treasure Island will remain what it is today. A ship that still floats, but never truly sails.